All right, so basically this one is maybe a little less easy to do. It's a bit less likely that you're going to have the ingredients for this one. So we're going to do it anyway, and I want to challenge you guys who have the ingredients to do this. Hello, doll. I want to see you use this for something. Now, I'll give you a hint. A lot of people try to use this for volcano eruptions, like models of volcanoes and things like that. So you're not just doing the bicarb soda and the other. What I'm going to do, I've got myself some hydrogen peroxide. You can get that from the chemist, okay? Nice and easy to do. This is a 6% solution, so not crazy strong. And this is freeze-dried yeast. So if you've got anyone at home who is a beaker, this is a beaker. You might have a baker at home. They might want to make their own breads and things like that. Now, I'm going to get myself, you don't need too much of this. You'll be quite surprised at how this goes. Just a teaspoon of yeast. Have a look at that. Look at that glorious, glorious freeze-dried yeast. Okay, in it comes. Now put it into my little container. I don't need too much of it, and I don't need too much of a container. In fact, if you guys use a smaller container, that means that you are more likely to be able to build a volcano or something else around this. Now, get ready for this. This will happen relatively quick. You pour in your hydrogen peroxide. Now, it's going to start off a chemical reaction with our friend, the yeast. Now, mix it around. Get it as mixed as you possibly can, and you end up with a bit of a fountain of foam. Now, it's exothermic, this reaction, which means that when I go and I grab this beaker at the end, it's actually quite warm. You can put some food coloring in it, you can do all sorts of stuff like that. It does make a horrific mess, so be prepared for that. But look, it's not a bad use of your spare hydrogen peroxide that you've got lying around the house. It's also not a bad use of the spare freeze-dried yeast that you didn't use when you made your last loaf of bread. Now, I want to see you guys sending me pictures or something like that, which is going to tell me what you did. How did you use this thing? Oh, that is quite a mess. And don't put the links into this image because I don't want to be responsible for all the mess that somebody else has to clean up when you've finished with this experiment. Yeah, I'm going to try it again, I reckon, with a different container to see if I can make it bubble over a little bit more. Yes. Okay, as promised, I'm going to use a different container to see if I can get a different sort of spout happening here. Okay, there. The reaction has already started. I'm going to give it a mix before it gets too crazy. Now, remember how I said you have to be careful that you clean this thing up whenever you do it? Yeah, I've managed to pick myself a little container which has lots of crevices, which is really hard to clean. But yes, you can feel that. Somebody put their hand over that, not in it. You feel warm? Yeah, so that's exothermic. Exothermic reactions actually give off a little bit of heat. This one's not crazy in that you won't burn yourself, but it does have some heat. You'll be able to feel that in there. Now, if you're using this at all right, make sure that you... Oh, I've used too much peroxide. I'm going to be in trouble for that.
It smells bad.
Yeah, it smells bad. If you do this, make sure you clean up everything that you use and thoroughly. Not just wave a towel over it. It needs to be properly clean.
In a dishwasher or with soap.
A dishwasher and soap? Look at you go! There's a thinker in the midst. All right, so give that a go. See if you can use it for something. And stay classy and stay scientific. Scientific.
Done. Good job.